Okay.
Ashley is on the way, so she'll probably have to join us midway. Like Jessica, Yep. Oh, do we have the other mic for the artist? Thank you everyone for coming and being here.
Test.
Y'all look good. Look at y'all. Y'all fine. Jasmine was smelling all good. I had to hug her twice. Like, come here. Smell all good and stuff. I love it. Okay.
Test.
That's
Test.
let's get some cheers. All right, y'all.
Yes.
I hope y'all enjoying the food and the libations. Cause I know when black folks come together, I gotta have food for y'all. I ain't playing nothing.
Test.
That's how we do.
Test.
Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to Le Petit Déjeuner. Okay.
Test.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I love y'all. Y'all shout out to Robin and Michael Kenny. Y'all give them a round of applause. Share back. So yeah, in that main room, we can set up the chairs in the main room. Yeah, thank you, Lazar. Shout out to Lazar and Sean from Duke and Dane Whiskey. Good. Did y'all have some of the little cocktail? That was good. Did you try it? You, yeah, yeah. You might wanna get a little sip. Look at. Cynthia's like, it's good. Yeah, that's fine. While supplies last. Okay, yeah. Let's get some chairs so people can. Oh, in here. Yeah, yep. Y'all can just kind of gather around here. Yeah. Yep. I mean, we can have a couple of people in here, but I don't want it to be too crowded. Got one more chair. Ashley can sit there. Yeah, that one I need for yep, for you, Rich. Okay. And Ashley. Oh, that's right. So that'll be for her. Okay. I mean, a few of y'all can come in here, but I don't want it to be too crowded. So y'all grow, do as y'all need to do to get comfortable. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. Hey, baby. Hey. What y'all need to do? Y'all doing all types of transactions. Which is which? Who's this? Okay. Okay. Thank you. Fine. Y'all cutting up. Y'all over here cutting up. All right. Oh, that feel good. Y'all put the air on. You put the air on, Felicia. Yes, bless you. I'm like that lady. Thank you for being there. All right. Could you hold it? You want to be cold? Right. You cold? Not yet. Oh, I'll be the same way. I'll be the same way. Get it off, get it off. Thank you. Thank you. It's one of my erogenous songs. Thank you. All right. Okay, so we ain't gonna do the Instagram. Okay, so why is she FaceTiming? See it, I can't do it right now. See it. I'm live. Okay. Thank you. Gotta go though. I love you. Robin and Michael. Mike. Okay. Alright. Alright. Are we live? Robin and Mike. Alright, so we are live on Facebook and YouTube. Okay, so y'all make sure y'all share it now, okay? Hashtag free Black Friday Artist Showcase. I know that's long, but y'all can do it. What y'all want the hashtag to be? Come on, help me out. See, that's what I'm saying. See, so what? Because you know we hashtag, we be second to none up in here. So what? Okay, what? Look, just go to Rocky's Reality and please share the live video. Do that. Okay, make up a hashtag. Do what y'all want to do. Okay, so welcome everyone to Rocky's Reality, the pre-Black Friday Artist Showcase. Which, by the way, thank you. Sydney kind of gave me that name, though. By the way, Sydney, the pre-Black Friday. You was like, thinking Black Friday. Right, yeah. So, shout out to Sydney for helping me out with that. And really, shout out to everyone who helped bring this together because this was like lightning fast. And Ranch Taylor for hosting us at this wonderful co-working space. And then also the sponsors as far as the food, Liberty Déjeuner, which is Black-owned, Tina Rogers on Jefferson. Did y'all enjoy the food? Okay, y'all ate good? All right, good. And then also we have sweet treats from Flavor for the Soul. So if you have some cookies and cake. And then we have brownies from Detroit Brownie Company. So shout out to Ruben Gordon who is here as well. And then who else? Duke and Dale Whiskey, y'all. Oh, we like that. Okay. So, and they don't just have whiskey, y'all. They have some vodka over there, too. So, shout out to Sharma Lazar for agreeing. Who else? Oh, Essential Things. The juices, the little juices are all natural. The juices are good. Okay, y'all. So, those are they're by Essential Things. Those are all natural. The dark one is berry lemonade, the light one is strawberry lemonade, and then the yellow one is pineapple orange. So help yourselves. Did I miss anyone? Okay, got everyone. Okay, and shout out to my mama and my aunties who are back there. Yes, y'all. All right, so welcome to the artists we have. To my left, we have the gorgeous Jasmine Graham. Welcome. I love the earrings. I love it. We have Mr. Phil Fresh Simpson, my fellow East Sider, by the way. I love it. Yes, East Side. Don't do it. Be quiet. Be quiet. It's East Side. All right. And then also my fellow CT alum, CCS grad as well, Sydney G. James. Also, we went to the same church for a while, y'all. You were East Sider. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. Yeah, no, we all together here. Well, are you East Sider too? Jasmine East Sider too. What about you, Coco? No? Damn. Oh, that's too bad. Okay, are there mics on? Mike and Robin, if y'all can get their mics on. So, yeah, I know. I just tease. You're right, Sid, because when we on CNN, they're not talking about if it's East or West. They just like it's Detroit. So, but I just like to tease because, people like to diss us, but we are representing up here. So, welcome to Jessica James, also known as Cluckus Canvases, which is, by the way, my daughter Sydney's friend. So, she's a young artist out here. my husband, my boo. I'm gonna be appropriate. Big Ready Graphics. And then on the end, we have Reg Taylor of Reg Cybernetics. If you see some of the abstract art around here, that is Reg's work. And so, welcome everyone. I'm excited. Thank you all for being here. You all have phenomenal talents. So I'm just going to ask a series of questions, and just like each of you go around and just answer. Okay? So, and then like share, like if you could share with her feel, yeah. Okay, good. So the first question is, y'all ready? We ain't gonna get too personal because we got the elders. I don't want to get too. Okay, we gonna behave. But I want to point out that this is a multi-generational panel. Can we just give a hand for how this is spanning generations here? That's what I'm loving about this. That it's all ages and stages as far as art. And so I wanted to. This showcase has been in the works since pre-pandemic. Everyone knows he's a phenomenal artist, and I've always said, like, you need to do a showcase, you need to do this, we're going to put this out here. And so we had planned to do it at another space on the west side, and it didn't work out. And that just shows you that God, how he works, right? Because I was trying to get it at a space on the west side, but that didn't work out. And so when I spoke to Felicia, she was like, come on. And then, of course, with Reg being an artist, too, it just worked out. So I definitely believe in divine intervention and how things work out. So I appreciate you all being here. So the first question I want to ask is, when did you first know you were an artist? In your mind, you were like, I'm a for real artist. So I'm going to start here. At the city already like three. She got three. Because, by the way, I did a feature on Sydney in Black Detroit, and she was like, her mama was like, you need to draw Gargamel, right? No, but well, first let me, because I was referred to when you said she told you to prove that you drew it and that you didn't. Okay. All right, well, come around to you. I'll let y'all. So, yeah, so first let me have Jasmine answer. We have Jasmine answer, then we'll come around. Is it on?
Is it on? Is it? I can hear me. Okay. So I always knew I was an artist. I always knew I was an artist. However, I didn't know that I could get it. So growing up, I was going to the bar. I was learning. I didn't know that it was expressive. And when I got to elementary and high school, I always excelled at all of my English.
STEM. Tell us what STEM is.
STEM is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.
Okay.
So I, on the other side of my brain,
Right.
I thought that I could get to artistry and project criticism because for me, really trying to right? Videography, and it all. And then when I graduated, I
Exactly.
and then I was like, you're really want to be an artist. So my time is be an artist. So I started putting on shows, and now at 28, but I decided to become an artist.
Okay. And Phil?
Good evening. Y'all hear me out there?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Just wanted to say congrats to you. Cheers to you at 25 with that confidence, and I'm an artist. It takes some people years to come to that conclusion. My story is a little different. I think I came out the womb with this shit. All I know is drawing and painting. My mother kept me with art supplies, and she kept feeding me, and I kept creating. And my earliest drawings are at age 10, which we actually have hold of. That's 92 or 82. That's all I know. And I plan on painting smiles, so there's no more feels. So you got a lot more coming.
love it. Okay. All right. All right. 3.
Yeah, I copied. I would draw all the time, like Phil said, like out of the womb. But one day, like my mom was in the kitchen cooking. I was at the table in the dining room. I was copying I was drawing a picture of Gargamel, copying from my coloring book. And I took it in the kitchen to show my mom because I was geeked about it. And she didn't believe me. She thought I traced it. So she hurt my feelings and she made me sit in front of her and redo it. But she was a believer after that. So yeah, it was always, and she had siblings who were artists but never were able to go. And they were only could go so far or not at all because it was a different time.
Right.
So it was definitely always encouraged because of that. Like I had supportive parents, so that always helps.
Yes. Shout out to the village for real. And by the way, Mom, Auntie, can y'all hear back there? Can y'all hear them? Okay, y'all talk up a little bit. We got elder ears, y'all. Talk up a little bit. Like seriously. Y'all put the mic up to you a little bit more.
Put the mic up because I'm not that loud. But so I'm the youngest person on this panel. I'm 21, freshly 21 in June.
By the way, this is Jessica James.
That's Canvases. So I've been doodling and drawing like all my life. Like I have like 7 siblings at home, so my like dad would put like a big old sheet of paper on the table, and everybody would sit in the corner and would just draw like hours on end. But like even then, I still didn't. It's very, very, very fun, but I never called myself an artist until probably this year. I've been painting since quarantine. That's when I started taking it serious, and actually selling my work. And then when I moved out my parents' house in June, I put all the paintings that I have in my possession. I put them on the wall. It's the same paintings I got in there. And I looked back and I said, "Oh wow, I'm an artist. Like, oh, I paint. Like, I really paint for real. Like, I had did murals by then, all that stuff. And even then, I still didn't feel like an artist. Like once I was able to actually see my stuff every morning when I wake up every morning looking at that wall. Like I stare at that wall sometimes. I'm like, wow. Now I feel like I'm an artist at 21.
I love it. And by the way, Coca did a dope mural of the Better Made chips, y'all. That is, yeah. So y'all have to look it up. And by the way, I just wanted to, before I forget. Oh, Ashley's here. Yeah, okay. She need to see, but yeah. Thank you. Girl. So I just wanted to direct you all's attention as Ashley is coming in up here on the screen because Sydney and Phil, they didn't bring their work because they are muralists. Hey, Ashley, come on in. Come on in, y'all. Ashley McFadden, y'all. So we have, up on the screen, we have Sydney and Phil's work. So that's Sydney, one of Sydney's mural. Is that mural, right? That's a painting. Okay, and then we have the Smile collection from Phil. As well, by the way, Phil is in Neiman Marcus in Somerset. Okay, Somerset collection. Okay, out there with the rich folks. All right, and then of course that's the mural he did for Rocki Companies downtown. But they was fussing about it. It was like whatever. Keep it moving. We gonna keep it up there. And that's another one of your things. Is that your daughter? She's so cute. And another one is, I love it. Another one of the Smile collection. So it's on the second floor, Phil, in Neiman Marcus, in the kids department, right? Okay, and that is his lovely wife, Sarita. Okay. That's your, yeah, it changed. It was changing quick. So this is another, what is this one here, Sydney? Okay, and that's another one, right? Okay. Right. By the way, Sydney's stuff has been from, as I said, from Highland Park to Hawaii. Okay, her stuff is all over the world. To Nepal. Okay. All right. I love it. And that's another. Okay. So they stringing. So, okay. Why you fussing at me? No. Give me some time. Hold on. We're moving on. Okay, so next, Ben, when did you know you were an artist?
Well, where do I begin?
Well, put your mic up so they
can. The first picture I can ever remember drawing, I was like 4. Picture of Thor. I'm
put the mic up so they can hear you.
Big comic book fan all my life. Big fan of Marvel, DC, all of that. The picture of Barack Obama over there, I did. The picture of Michael Jackson behind me, I did. And goodness, like I said, it's so deep. There's so many layers. I had many obstacles in my life, but I always knew that this is a gift that God blessed me with, and I felt it was something for me to share with the world.
Okay. Okay. How about you, Reg?
I know I was an artist when I went to my first art gallery showing, and I seen an art piece, and it was a kind of plain, had a deck of cards on it, and $15,000. I said, I'm being an artist. A deck of cards, right? And I said, you know what? And plus, I love art. I'm like an art enthusiast. I said, you know what? I think everybody's an artist, just don't know it, just haven't tapped into it. It's just everybody has something in them. We all artists. Everybody. But nobody wants to tap into that. So I just happen to tap into it. That's all it was.
I love that. Okay. Okay. And for Ashley, so the question is, welcome, Ashley. By the way, she brought some of her work as well. You all to be able to see and hopefully purchase. And actually, this is her new series that she's debuting. What's the name of it?
Divine Intervention. What I want to say, Rocki, is thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for inviting me and throughout the circumstances. I am a mom and I work a 9 to 5. I'm proud of that. I'm also proud to be an artist. So I'm rushing in here from working with Home Depot driving from Kent, Ohio back, 3 hours there, 3 hours back. So I'm happy to be here.
I appreciate it. I understand. Look.
I appreciate you.
Right. I'm glad you made it. No, that's not easy. So what age did you know you were an artist, Ashley?
Oh, wow. Ever since kindergarten, around 6, my teacher noticed that I drew my ladies different, like with little square hats with little twigs in their hair, like as hair. And they're like, your drawings are so different from the other ones, you know? Keep going. So as young as like 5 or 6. And most recently, I noticed that I can't live without art and expressing myself that way. It's like, it's kin to breathing. And I make it a practice every day to touch a pencil, to touch my paintbrush, to do my self-healing, shadow work, getting to connect with myself and other people through my art. Yes, it's a process that I can't tear away from.
I love it. That's true. All of us who are artists, like for me, writing is cathartic, music, all of those things, yes, definitely essential to your life. So this is for whoever wants to answer. What is something that you include in all of your work? What's a signature? Like for Phil, I think it's the nose thing that I noticed. But yeah, okay, go ahead.
All right. So once again, I paint a lot of smiles, and finding my own style was a very difficult thing. But when I got it, I actually add P's in all of my nose. It's positivity, and my initial is Philip. There's always lowercase i's in my eyes. If it's an actual logo, it's always two-tone in my paintings. It's very inspired by yin and yang. As much as I talk about smiles, I know there's a other side to everyone's day, so I keep in mind that balance. It's very important that I don't get too excited and smile too much because it's real shit happening. And so that's part of that balance. And one of my just key signatures, if you're going to find a smile in my work, in my heart, my love, and my peace signs, just want to put that good energy out there. That's what it's about.
And I appreciate that from you, Phil, as a man, especially a black man. Because it's just like that, to break that stereotype of the angry black man. I love that you are spreading that and have been doing so. Like, what made you say, oh, I'm going to put more smile and more positive energy out here? Because especially being from where we're from, that's hard at times to manifest. So how did you get to that? Like, who inspired you to go down that road?
It was real hard. I didn't think about abstract art or circles in my art none of my childhood. I grew up with professors and teachers and looking up to different artists who really was into drawing realistic. And so that was all of my training, was to make sure I can replicate something as good as I can. and I can draw Rocki, and everyone is going to know it's you. But it got to a point where I got really sad in my personal life. Things were just clicking for me, and I needed to smile more myself. Those smiles wasn't really for the people; it was for me in the beginning, just to keep telling myself to smile more. The message picked on, and I can do this forever. But originally, it was for me.
Right. And sometimes we create for ourselves. Do the other artists identify with that? Where sometimes you're creating for yourself?
My entire
For me. Okay, so expand on that. Sydney, right, is there a signature in your work, or talk a little bit more about that?
I guess my signature would be I paint black people. That's signature. And probably my use of color, like pop of cadmium on the cheek, on the nose. That would be signature, and how I do folds and hands, That maybe. I don't know, because, but probably black people and my use of color.
Okay, because I like how you telling our story, and that's what we have to do. That's part of one of the goals that I have as a writer, to always write about our stories from our perspectives. So that's why I only write for certain publications, even like the mainstream publications that I write for. My assignments are always centered around black people or people of color, or just women, or just marginalized populations. Period. So does anyone else want to touch on if you have a signature?
So my signature thing I will do portraits. When I first started and people asked me to do portraits, I will always tell them no. Because I don't like painting faces. I said no. Because I don't know. I was never trained. I never took any art class at all. So I have no training period. This is just whatever God gave me. So I was never confident in doing faces. But like somebody just kept asking me. Those were my friends. So I was like, I'll do it for you. Actually, Sydney was the first person to ask me to do a portrait. If I think about it, Sydney was the first person. And I told her, I said, now Sydney, I don't do portraits, so if it's ugly, like, I'm sorry, but like, I'm gonna do the best. I was a gift for somebody, so we did it. She loved it. But after that, I started, not doing the eyes, not doing the mouth, but I would do the nose, and I would do like the ears. Like I would pay attention to every other piece, like the clothes, just so people could know who it is, but it's still no face. So, but you still know who it is by paying attention to other details. And another thing I like doing, I kind of like remix movies, like classic movies. I have a couple paintings on the wall.
Yes, to set it off is dope.
That is my favorite.
Yes.
So I set it off, and I put the Proud Family on there, and I
love it.
Paid in full, and I put Ed and Eddie on it. I did one for my brother. I did Bob's Burgers, and I did I can't remember the name of the movie. It's a movie with Denzel Washington in it, but
Training Day.
Yes, Training Day, and it was Bob's Burgers theme. So like that, very fun for me. It keeps me on my toes. Trying to figure out what can I do to mix, kind of cartoons, but with like black movies. So it's keep me on my toes, and people love it. Mm-hmm.
I love it. So anyone else want to talk about their signature? If you don't have a signature, that's fine. Okay, you want to talk? Okay? Are you?
But just right quick, Phil was saying about balance. Balance is very key in all art pieces. You gotta have like light and dark balance. I try to have that in most of my pieces, where you might have a real darkest point, but you gotta have a real lightest point too. You have to have the contrast. You have to have like movement. It has to seem like it's moving at times too. So even though it's really just something that's standing still, when you look at it, if your eyes are going a certain way, you know it's doing its job.
Yeah, because you done trip me out a few nights. I'm like, okay, maybe I'm sipping, but yeah.
Maybe that good spinach.
Right. Did you have enough ranch? Okay, Jasmine has some. Just pass it out. Yep. Thank you.
I really enjoy using nature and especially flowers in my work. I enjoy placing black people, especially black women, in nature. I feel that there is such a similarity between roses and daisies and the way that we wear our hair, and the way that a rose doesn't compete with a sunflower, it just blooms.
Right. Yes.
Signatures.
Yes. You ain't right. Right. You don't have to worry about comparing yourself to others. I love that. That's the thing about art. You can be in your own lane. Ashley, did you want to add something about that?
So much for asking. Simply the duality of life, the ups and downs, the contrast. And someone mentioned how my art is kind of like creepy kind in a way.
Creepy kind?
Yeah, like creepy kind, like it attraction. is deep. So
Okay.
That-
Okay. Okay. Oh, it really can. Okay. Okay. So is there a piece? Right. Y'all see? Okay. Can't see it from here, but oh. Okay, man and woman. Yes, I love that, Ashley. Okay. So is there a piece? Because I know with me as a writer, every time I write something, I look back on it and I'm like, I could have did something different. Is there? Do you all look at your pieces at times and you're like, dang, it's done, but I want to go back and do some more? Do y'all do that? No, you're not. Okay. Right, it's just like I said, I'm not gonna go, or do you go back and look at it? Because some stuff I don't go back and look at because I know I'm gonna be. Right. Okay.
This is a lesson. So outside of this, Sydney and I talk often. I consider her one of my mentors and friends in this art business, been in real life as well. There was a painting I was working on, and I just wasn't sure if it was done yet. And Sydney was like, "Dog, it's done.
Leave it. It's right. Sometimes you need people to tell you back.
Done." Like, and then she checked it, like, "You did not touch that painting again, right?" I'm like, "Oh damn, it's gone." Right? I had to learn. Yeah.
Yes, I agree. Yes. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And if you're doing, especially if you're doing like something that's real, whatever, you ask
Okay. That's right. Okay.
And I have a rule for myself, like when I'm painting, once I put my signature on there, I can't touch it no more. Like after, like she said, after that, it's not my business no more. It's not my business. Like after I put my signature on there, it's done.
Right. That's good. Right. But they mature up in here, y'all. This is a different generation. Y'all doing things differently. So let's talk about some of the challenges of being a Black artist. Okay. I feel like, look, I got a dissertation. So, but no, let's talk about it because we know as being a Black creative in this world, there are some challenges. You know, we do have to move differently, just as Black people. Period. So, whoever wants to touch on that, talk about that.
I can just say that even just as a young artist, this is my first time ever showing my work. Like I said, those paintings just sit in my bedroom on my wall, so it's just like I just shifted from another room. So this is my first time showing people in this capacity, besides Instagram. But something that I struggle with is just like being myself. Like when I text you and ask you, like, is there anything that I should not bring? Like, because some of my work can be deemed inappropriate, but like I don't try to glorify certain things about the African American lifestyle, but it's a part of the lifestyle. I just bring light to it. So just struggling with being myself or being confident in my art, like this is what I want to paint, this is what I feel fits me. So having to shift my mindset to paint for other people, I have to paint for myself. Because when I first started, I was painting what they want to see. It's what I want to paint, what I want to express. This is for me. So so like I just like, especially because I am infatuated with Detroit rappers, like not even in the negative sense, but like the culture of it, like the art behind it, like the struggle behind it, like the motivation behind it, the music, the videos, everything. And I like painting it. So like people always have, like, and my parents are older. Like my parents was born in 1960, so like, and I'm a Patriots kid. Just happened to shit, and I'm the middle child of five.
The 1960s.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And deep south, so.
Right, so basically you grew up with some strict parents.
Yes,
pretty much.
very strict parents. So.
So your art is a way to get outside that box. Huh?
Yes, and showing them my art, I'm like, showing my dad, the preacher, my art, like, he like, what is that? Is that lean? I'm like, yeah, but I don't do it, but like, yeah. So having to go through that. Mm-hmm.
Right. Right.
That's definitely him. So practicing with him, like starting house with him and showing him my work, it gave me the confidence to stand 10 on, like, this is my work. Whether you like it or not. And now, yes, he support, like, my number one supporter. Like, he would send all his friends my artwork. Like, I would paint something, he send it to everybody. So, like I said, just dealing with the struggle of, like I said, just being confident in my work and not bulging from it, you know?
Right. Did you want to touch on it, Reg or Ben, while the mic is down there?
What was the question?
Your struggles as a black artist.
Struggles as a black artist. I'm a pass it.
Struggles as a black artist to me, I mean, it costs. It costs. It definitely costs. And when art doesn't sell as fast as you want it to sell, you're sitting there with some pieces sometimes. You hope it sells, and that's what the downside is. You holding on to your pieces, hoping they sell as a starting artist. And two, and once you click and get on, then you're pretty much good. But starting off, you're kind of like waiting for those sales, and that's probably the downside. The waiting game.
Okay.
My bad. It came back to me. Working. I mean, basically just putting in the work. I mean, just work. You know, I mean, balancing so many other things and trying to fit in doing art as well has been my greatest challenge. Because, I mean, if it was up to me, I've been hearing all my life, I'm a great artist. I've been hearing that all my life. So it's just, I haven't had the time myself that I wanted to dedicate to it. But over the last few years, I'm getting a little more time, I'm getting a little more time. So all it takes is a little more money, and a little more money, hey, I can do a little things because I don't have nobody I can fall back on. Everything I'm doing is what I'm doing or what we're doing. So, like I said, mama gone, daddy gone, and I got people looking to me to help them out. Feel me? So, you know, I gotta always be on my straight and narrow, getting bread and butter, and then I want to do this. I want to do it. It's calling me. It's always calling. It's always, like Pookie say, it's calling me. It's always calling me. But you know, hey, you know, all I gotta do is make time. That's it.
Okay.
I'm going to say the struggle for a black artist, especially a black woman artist, but black artist period, really is access. And access can be as little or as big as just getting information. Most of the time, my entire art career outside of what I did after I graduated CCS in illustration, I was an art director. I didn't know the rest of my career was even a thing. Like, went from the art director, moved to Cali, then I became a ghost artist for a show, and that for Lincoln Heights. So that means, you know, all those shows that you see where the main character is an artist, they're not really doing that. They're just acting.
Right.
So, but it's somebody in the background that's getting paid to do that. I didn't know that that was a thing until it was a thing. Exactly.
Okay.
Right? So that's a career move, right? Then come home, start doing community activations, community art, which led to a wall. I thought murals were just community activated things. I did not know that they were career things. Because most of the time, even with murals in the market, you see nothing but white artists, Hispanic artists, Asian artists. But you rarely, like pre-2017, because all of this is real-time activations, right? You really didn't see many black artists. Definitely not black female artists. I literally did not paint alongside another black female artist at a mural specific something until I created my own. And that was Blackout Walls last year. That was the first time that I paint, or when I would have them assist me while I was teaching and mentoring. So most of the time, it's just we don't know that these things are things. Like, even with him, you're an abstract painter. Fuck selling your work. You ain't got to sell your work. You can make textiles off of these pieces. You can do, and then now all of these things are coming about. Because remember, just 5 years ago, we didn't have all over printing on websites, but now that's the thing. You can go, and what that is you can put your artwork, have it printed on your whole hoodie, your whole pants. Like, you can create. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's more access now, but I think the information is what's always lacking. Right. Information, like, and even you with the. Oh yeah. And I hate to say it, but this is the post-George Floyd we're living in. Post-George Floyd, more black artists are getting hired, more black artists are, and I know it's pandering for the most part.
It's unfortunate that it took that for them to.
Literally.
Yeah.
But who cares? That's none of our business. Don't let your ego get in the way of that pandering. You better take that pandering check. You better blacken up
How
that
much you
artwork.
pay me? Right.
Like,
Pandering is
give them
free.
exactly what they paid you to do. If they come to hire you, you give them what.
Okay.
Because you can control you, but you cannot control them. As long as that check clear, deposit, balance. That's what you do, okay?
Yep.
So it's really access. That's what, yeah, it's access and information. But look for the art grants, look for the art residencies, look for the fellowships. Just Google, use Magic Google. This is not 20 years ago. Like, I graduated college 21 years ago, art school. None of these things existed. I don't even know if we had real AOL for real. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, we've come a long way. Things have evolved. Yes.
You don't have to go to art college. You got the school of YouTube. You got the school of your
Wow.
favorite artist that's always putting out how-to videos.
Right.
If you don't know how to draw a face, you could buy a book. You could buy, and then you could look at your favorite artists and see how they do stuff. You mimic first, and then you create your own lane.
Yep.
But you're already doing it, so and just keep going that route.
I love it. We got to be creative, and this is also why this is another purpose of why we do shows like this, to shine light and to give people access to information. That's one of the things that Rocki's Reality likes to do, give people information, especially in our community, because a lot of times we are blocked from that information, or we're only given a certain amount of information, or some type of condition, or we blocking ourselves. It's so many different things. So thank you for that.
Going after that, she's so right on so many notes, but I just want to talk about just being an artist in general, and I'll get back to the black part. Just growing up, telling your friends or your families or the closest ones to you, like, I want to make art for the rest of my life. You're going to get a lot of, they don't pay money.
Right.
You're going to get a lot of,
right.
You're going
and especially your elders, right? Especially because if you tell them I'm going to quit my 9 to 5, or they like, look, you better keep that good government job.
And even in today's time, with YouTube and with Google, it still takes a lot to just say, I'm going to do this. So I applaud the artists, the young artists, some of us who are a little older.
I'm going to keep doing it.
Yeah, applaud the writers, applaud the videographers, because yes, can you buy a camera and YouTube it? Yeah, but to get out there, to make the appointments, to do the video shoots, to follow through, to have good product, to do the editing and not half-ass it.
Okay.
It still takes even in today's technology world, you got to still put up your fucking, you got to put the work in, you know. So one of the things that I've learned is really have mentors, have peers. This is kind of cool, you know. I'm sitting next to a friend, but I'm also sitting next to, and then me and Ashley know each other. I'm sitting next to people that like I've been in shows with. I ran a gallery for a while. That was a great experience. I got a chance to work with young artists all the time. But just being an artist in general, it's not easy. You're gonna have some hard nights where you don't even know what to create, or the shit you want to create is just not coming out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You want it to.
Or it could come out and it's still like it's something off.
Right.
And you know, just move on to the next painting. Just keep going. Like I said, I'll never stop. This is my daughter's 5. She knows daddy's an artist. She knows daddy's going to the studio to paint something. She know I painted her. She owns I'm just going to keep putting it out there.
I do want to shout out Art World, who are here. Those of you who bought a ticket, a portion of your ticket sales will go to benefit Art World, which actually teaches art classes to kids in Detroit schools. It's unfortunate that a lot of our schools don't have art anymore, and they should. That's y'all want to do math and science, y'all need to have art too. So shout out to Art World for that. Okay, Jasmine, did you want to answer that? The question was, okay, because as far as the challenges, Ashley, did you want to address it? Okay. And especially as far as like I think as artists, when we have other things going on too. I gotta say something. That triggered something.
me your name one time. Okay. All right. As, as the youngest artist here, right? And
My dad gave me that name, by the way.
you're gonna have so many more years to paint and create, you know. It's gonna be hard, but don't compare yourself. You got your own lane, right? This is coming from, I just turned 40. I'm young, I'm old, depending on who's talking to me. All I know is there was a period in my life yeah, it steals your joy for
that
real.
Makes sense.
And then it's not even like you might compare yourself or like to a friend, like, dang, her shit's cold, huh? But like you got your own
Exactly.
lane, you know what I mean? Like your own thing.
Yep.
And she got hers, and then our lanes can still be side by side. You know what I mean? So
Exactly.
you just keep going with your style, and if you go and grow with your style, that's cool. But grow it off your own growth, not someone else's.
Right.
Yeah.
Be better than yourself.
Yeah.
Not somebody else.
Right. That's
That
right.
reminds me of Jimmy Iovine. He's a executive for Interscope Records, Dr. Dre, all of that. He said, I keep blinders on like the racehorses. He said, you got to keep the blinders on. Because he said, you notice how racehorses have blinders. That's how they keep going fast, because they stay in their own lane. Because if you look side to side, that's when the accident starts happening. And that's exactly right. And it's always good to look at people's work to be inspired, right? But we need to know that I'm creating in my lane and they're creating in theirs. And don't feel like just because they're doing it different from you, that is better, right? So that is definitely a struggle. So I wanted to ask, what are you all working on currently? Let's get into, because you all have had a plethora of work that you've done. So I'm gonna start here with Ashley. Please tell us about your new. She is debuting her new collection, by the way. Which this is giving me vibes. This man and woman here. Okay.
Currently I'm working on staying consistent with researching and building storylines with my art. My personal art is very intense, and it I call them allegories, stories within the paintings. So now I'm branching out to building poetry with it, as well as just voiceovers, illustrating the art as poetry as well. So, yeah.
So wait, are you talk a little bit more about that poetry? Are you going to be doing like what is it called, spoken word or whatever? Not, I'm sorry, like
you know what?
Gosh, are you going to be performing poetry?
Oh, I could. I actually could. I actually was just thinking of, with building the title on my work, coming up with excerpts, thoughts that come up, and building off of that. Because with the art, sometimes people will see it and they'll be like, okay, what is this? It's speaking to me. But I think that with poetry, with the way of expressing it with words, could actually hit home for someone. Just give them another revenue of experiencing the art.
Oh,
beautiful. Wow.
Yes. Huh. Hey. Imagine that, not being able to see art. Right. Okay, thank you, Ashley.
Thank you, Ashley.
Okay, so Jasmine, yeah.
Yes, right now I do photography, collage, mixed media writing. And I use a lot of old magazines, like a lot of old Jet, Essence, Ebony magazines. And what I want to start working on now is using my own photographs to collage with. I don't know why that concept never came to me until recently, but I want to start incorporating my own photography in my collages.
Well, this might be the right time. Sometimes as artists, we feel like we're not moving at a certain pace when we are moving at a certain pace, because it's like you look back later and you're like, you know what, that happened when it was supposed to happen. But yeah, it's hard in the moment to realize that. So, okay.
Timing is everything. So some of you may know, of course, I'm an artist, father, husband, muralist. Take those things very serious. But as long as I've been doing art, I've loved clothing.
I love fashion. I love looking at runway shows. I plan on getting a couture one day, but right now, I've pretty much spent the last 15 years really getting into silk screening, heat press, embroidery, finding the right blanks. I've had multiple clothing brands. Currently, I'm working on the Smile brand, which is in Neiman Marcus, at Somerset Collection, and
Right. Let's clap it up for that.
yeah,
Definitely.
it's
Black man and Neiman Marcus.
yeah,
Come on with it. From the east to the at that.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Come on.
That's right. That's right, cuz. That's right.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. His cousin
So,
Sharonda is representing wearing a
that's
t-shirt,
right.
or is that a hoodie?
The
Love it. Oh, Erica too. Yes. Fam representing.
You I want you to know that this Neiman Marcus thing came out because I shot my shot. Like I walked into a black magazine event for style makers. My sister was there, my wife was there, and after about 30 minutes, I'm like, yo, I need to speak to whoever's in charge. This is a black event. Titled black, and titled black event, but it's also a black event. There's about 95% of black and people of color here.
Right.
But I walked through all 3 floors and I didn't see any black art in Neiman Marcus. Not saying I should have, but I said it should be. And so
Yeah.
I asked whoever was in charge, like, hey, can I speak to you regarding more black art here? I'm an artist,
shot, right.
local artist, but this doesn't. I made it very clear. This doesn't have to be me. I can even show you some black artists to put in here, but it should be in here. And she understood. She as in some of the teammates in the higher management there was like, hey, they called me back in 2 weeks. Like, we actually thought about what you said. You were right. Can you come paint live?
Representation matters.
I said, yeah, we wrote out a contract. Like, yo, if I paint live, this got to hang up in the store, though. I don't want you just to own
Okay.
painting.
Right. Put it away from
Yeah.
you.
It need to
love
be
that.
up.
Put it out there.
And so the flex, and I say flex, I'm using that word wisely because it was a fucking flex. I need y'all to hear what I did. Because Sydney, some of you about to know what I'm about to say. They asked for my smile style, which is my big round faces and all the beautiful colors. And I gave them a portrait of my wife because I knew it had to be, I wanted a black woman to be hung up.
Right. Which y'all will see
Neiman
up
Marcus.
there in a little bit. That's what I was
But
going to earlier.
I wanted, and if she was here, we can't lie. It's not like I knew in advance I wanted to paint her. I was looking at her. We was talking like, who you want to paint? She's like, I don't know. Man, I want to paint somebody strong. I want to paint someone beautiful. Let me Google like strong black female. This ain't it. And I look at her. I'm like,
right there.
the fuck?
Yeah, that's her. Yep.
I'm about to paint you.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? She's like, what? You're not about to paint me. She thought, and then I showed her the painting, and she just lost it. I mean, it just came about. It wasn't planned. It wasn't fake. It wasn't I'm gonna paint you, girl. It was like, oh shit, duh. What?
Yes.
Black, strong. Fuck, I'm painting you. Like,
right,
you know
exactly. Right in front of your face.
And I need you guys to know this pop up in Neiman Marcus is a year long. I'm there from June to June. When I'm gone, we're talking about possibly putting the brand into their collection before they can buy wholesale. But let's just say my time at Neiman Marcus is gone, right? I know they're going to continue to carry my wife's portrait in there because they own the painting now. And part of our agreement is they have to show it. So there's going to be a little black girl.
Walk
like, look,
past
I mean,
and
look
up.
like,
Exactly.
Look, she look like me.
Exactly.
You know, and so that's what I wanted it for. Of course, the clothing part was a plus, but just to have my artwork there for the next artist my age or younger, because I'm meeting kids. I'm meeting 11-year-olds. I'm meeting 12-year-olds. Like, hey, mister, I like your work. Like, yeah, come talk to me. I'm drawing. I just got an iPad. Me too.
Right.
I just got an iPad.
In order to be it, they need to see it.
Yeah.
That's absolutely. I love that. That representation.
Mm-hmm. So
if you don't ask, the answer is always no. I love how you saw the void and you was like, I need to fill this void here.
Yeah.
You spoke up.
So you asked me what I'm working on. I got an art show in Spotlight, Detroit right now. A lot of pieces of mine is there. I got an art show coming up next year with Harry Harper. That's going to be pretty cool. And I got more murals coming. Just you'll see more smiles. If you see me out there, please say hello. I'm a cool cat, you know.
Absolutely love that. And what's the name of the exhibition at Spotlight, Detroit?
Are you asking that being funny?
Like, do you know the answer?
No, I do. I need to check my phone to be honest.
Oh, so I said that because that's great timing. It's titled "Face It."
Oh, okay. Because I did have it on my phone. I just wanted
let me
to
tell you why it's titled "Face It." So one of our men, I don't know if you know this story. So I'm talking to Sabrina Nelson one day, and we're talking. I'm telling her about all the shit I'm going through, and I got to put together a show. I don't know what the title. I'm just facing so much, and she was like, "Face It. That's it. That's the title right there."
Right.
And I'm like, "Oh shit, it's called Face It." She's like, "Hey, you paint faces. It's really easy." And I'm
she like, duh.
And I'm like, "Yo, she's the greatest,
That's
bro."
right.
Like, so I came up with that title by talking to one of my mentors, and and when she's seen it, she's like, "You did it." You know what I mean? So like, sometimes you overthink things. That title would not have came to me, and she was like, "Face it." You face this, duh. Like I was like, "Oh, duh." So yeah, it's titled "Face It."
That's what we need, though.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So I'm planning for fundraising and planning for 2023 Black Outlaws. That's returning back to Detroit next September. Detroit 9 month. And I'm actually preparing for a solo show at MoCAD. That will be,
which is, for those who don't know, what is MoCAD?
Museum of Contemporary Art Detroit. It'll be the first week. I don't have the exact date yet, but it'll be the first week of April 2023. And I'm recreating a lot of my murals that no longer exist, but they're kind of evolving. So they're going to be extremely large paintings. So I'll be actually in the biggest gallery there. I'll be it's sad, but kind of triumphant at the same time. I'll be the first Black woman to exhibit solo in the Woodward Gallery.
Really? Wow.
Cringe as fuck, ain't it?
Wow. Right. Yeah. You said the Woodward Gallery? Is that at MoCAD?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. And MoCAD is on Woodward and Canfield, right?
Yep, Woodward and Garfield.
Okay.
Yep.
Woodward. Okay. All right.
So currently now, working on being consistent. Like after I moved to my parents' house, it's not painting. So now I've been painting consistently for the past few months. I don't have any paintings that are in the collection. I'm working on building a collection, like some things that do tie together. Because every time I paint something, it's always something different. Always a different inspiration behind it. And then, like Phil said, I love clothes, and I love painting on clothes. Like, I painted on this.
I love it. I love it.
So I paint, I airbrush hoodies. Anything I can really get my hands on, I'm gonna touch it. Really, so I'm really just keeping that going. Just always painting, always touching something. Like making sure.
What does the Saint come from? I'm sorry, right quick before I forget.
So Saint is the name of my clothing brand. So Saint comes from the French word for holy, the feminine term for holy. My dad actually gave me that name. So Saint, and it looks very cool. Like it does. I'm all big about being cool. I was like, okay. The name is just really cool. I have it tattooed and everything. It's so cool to me. So he didn't let me, but working on just like I said, always touching art, and I want to really, really, really get into murals. I love it. Yes, I want to touch walls. Yes. I want to touch buildings. Like I want the people to be able to drive past myself. Like I said, when I did the mural at S-Boy Printing, even when I was painting, people could come by. What is that? What are you doing? Like, what is that? So like always being able to paint on something bigger than myself. I started off on 8 by 10s. That's so small. Like now I won't touch nothing lower than a 16 by 20, but I want it bigger than that. Like I said, murals is really my end game right now.
I love it.
Just getting my feet with it right now. I'm still young. I still got a lot of time, so I don't want to stop. I don't.
She still got Meg Stallion needs, probably still. Right. She got good knees, right? Because she gonna need to crouch. Right. So that's it, Sydney. She gonna have to need to crouch to do the murals, huh? Yeah. Okay.
Preach.
Okay.
I'm playing hooky right now.
No. So what are you working on currently? Right. Okay.
All right. Well, what I'm working on currently is drawing, and I want to be in galleries. If anyone wants, art exhibits. If anyone needs a vendor, look up Been Ready Graphics. I'm hungry. Meet up. What time? I'm at work. Is it earlier? 5 p.m. 5 p.m. Well, I mean, whether it's that or something else, I mean, did you hear me though? I'll be at work.
Well, the days that you're not at work. The days you're not at work.
You don't have no PTO.
What is it called
I mean,
again,
you said
Sydney?
it's Monday,
Detroit?
right?
Oh, well, hold on, because we running low on time, so let's not get stuck on that. It's called Detroit. Okay, just let's put it in the mental note for that. Right.
Okay,
Right.
I'm going to reach out, and Rocky's Reality, Raquel is the plug. So whatever I need to find, I will talk with her.
Yeah, we'll find out. Detroit Fine Arts Breakfast. Yeah.
I'm working on my next art exhibit in January. I had my first week. It was a very, very nice success. Very good. So my second art exhibit will be in January, probably like January 17th, and that's what I'm working on. Right?
It'll be here at Coology.
Yeah, Coology.
All right.
Yep,
Love it. Right. So make sure what do y'all think of the space here? Right. Okay. So so pass it back down. Let's see what Ashley is working on. Who Ashley, by the way, has a mural in Eastern Market. So, what's the name of that mural, Ashley?
Recently, I worked with Murals in the Market and 1X Run to debut and just shine a light on Detroit local farmers. And I had the privilege of painting Brother Nature and his
Brother Nature.
Yeah, his family farming business actually. Yeah,
so is that an actual person?
Yeah, it's a man, and that's his business.
No, I thought
Nature.
she said instead of Mother Nature, she was saying, so this is an actual person.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But me personally, I'm working on staying consistent and also finding other ways to express my art through poetry, writing books. Yeah, you came right back to me. And video, like doing documentaries on the process of me writing and also painting at the same time. So a lot of personal work that's going to be pushed out collectively.
I love it. All right. So we got to wrap it up, y'all. But I want to ask, is there anything you all want to add for the audience? And I just want to encourage all of y'all to keep going, because I know we have certain obstacles where some of us might not have 9 to 5s. We have kids or whatever, or family issues or whatever. It's a lot of times it's intentional to block out the noise so you can create. Like sometimes we have to tell people like, no, I'm not available right now. I'm creating. You're going to have to, phone is on do not disturb. So just starting with Ashley, where can people find you? Thank you again for making it. I'm glad that you got. I was like, I'm so glad you were coming. So I'm glad you were able to make it. But yeah, let everyone know where they can find you.
Thank you so much, and thanks for shining a light on artists who have that balance of, okay, I wanna, I'm an artist, but right now I have to provide, I have to keep going, I have to sacrifice, and that's a lot. It's real. So right now, I just have my Instagram. I have my Facebook. I'm working on a website. I'm working on compiling consistent work to put on the website. Any resources, any help, I am open. I am dedicated and devoted to my art. That's it.
What's the Instagram though?
_ Ashley McFadden, the Black Sheep Babe.
I ain't gonna get into that name.
That's what you
I ain't gonna get into that name
because
I wanted to ask, but we've been running long time, so we're gonna come back to that. But yeah, so repeat that again for them, Ashley, so they can. And y'all take out your phones and follow Ashley right quick.
It's _ Ashley McFadden.
All right.
Tag word the Black Sheep Babe.
All right, love it. And so Jasmine.
Okay, so in person, you can see me next week at the Irwin House Gallery for their holiday show. There's going to be some amazing artists there, so please come and check that out. And you can always find me on the World Wide Web on my website, www.stills2story.com. You can also find me at Stills to Story on Instagram or _Jasmine Grant.
Love it, love it. All right, because that's what people do. They ask, "What's your Instagram now?" Do people ask, "What's your website" anymore? They do, but mostly people are like, "What's your Instagram? What's your social media?"
You know, it's the most up to date.
Right, right, exactly. Because the website is just like that's just like the standard now. But mainly people are on IG, right? Yeah.
I also believe you can find, if they have a website, it's connected to their Instagram, so
Right.
you'll be able to find it. I'm currently on Instagram as Art by Philip Simpson and The Smile Brand. You can find me at Neiman Marcus Wednesday through Sunday, 12 to 8. A whole bunch of new clothing, new art. Join me. Come, welcome to the Smile Land. Come smile with me. Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Oh, absolutely. And thank you all for coming and taking the time. I really appreciate it. And I hope you all can connect and just vibe off each other and grow. Because I feel like we have everything we need within our network. I believe that. I don't believe in the crabs in the barrel mentality. I believe it's enough for all of us to eat off the art, all of us to share resources.
My Instagram is Sydney G James, SYDNEYGJAMES. That's Facebook also and website, but IG is best. So I'm on Instagram and TikTok. I don't know if y'all on TikTok or not, but so my Instagram is Cucas Canvases. That's CACAS and Canvases. And you can find me on there. And then my clothing page, Saint Streetwear, SAINTE Streetwear. And you can find my clothes there too.
Facebook, Jose Grillier, JOSEGRILLIER. I've recently been compromised and cloned.
Oh, it's Jose Grillier on both,
So
right?
Jose Grillier is what you can get at me with through Facebook, Instagram, and even Ben Ready Graphics, man. I can't even access my own.
Oh, come on, pass it.
All right, but
Pass it.
Jose Grillier.
I love you, but pass it.
Jose Grillier, Facebook, check it out.
Right.
Reach me at Red Cybernetics on Facebook as well as Instagram. Red Cybernetics.
Okay, so that's CYBERNETIC. Yeah, we trying to spell all the stuff. Cybernetics. All right. So y'all got that, everybody? Y'all following them, okay? And there is available for sale today if you all would like to purchase some items. Also, Art Road has a table set up where they're displaying some of the art by the kids in the city here. Carol, right quick, just want to ask, how can people follow Art Road? Because I love how she always posts pictures. Right quick, Carol, come right quick. So I just want to thank Carol for what she's doing because these kids, it's just phenomenal. If you go on her Instagram, the little babies, they're making all types of little art. Like I miss those days where I could make a lion or just simple stuff where you could just go to school and just art class was my favorite because I didn't have to read or do no math. So you like, huh?
I said artist math.
Oh, is it?
Yes, it is.
Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Wait.
No, the actuality of art.
Oh, okay. Correct me. Oh, okay. All right. Well, elaborate on that, Carol. Okay.
No, I totally agree. Yeah, absolutely. That's a
Oh.
whole nother segment. Yeah. I mean,
Oh.
the murals at their scale, just think about the scale, how they have to blow it up on a building.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, it's all measurements.
Okay. 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 Excuse me, y'all. I was thinking of any.
Even how you mix your paint, that's science and math. Listen, art is really, or the world is really art in actuality. Like everything
Okay.
in this world starts with art.
Okay. All right. I stand corrected. 'Cause I was thinking of
Actuality is science.
equations and algebra and all of that when I was thinking math. Yeah.
Everything,
Okay.
yeah.
It's all interconnected. So right quick, Carol, tell us about Art Road and where people can find that, and how long has Art Road been?
Since 2004.
Okay.
Yeah.
So almost 20 years.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's crazy. So Art Road, what we're doing is bringing art class back to schools. So Detroit area, kindergarten through 5th grade, so elementary schools, and we've done middle schools as well. So since 2004, we've reached over 20,000 students, and it's during the curriculum, not just after school or on weekends. So we welcome you to come meet the students and make art right alongside with the students. You can find us at artroad_Detroit on Instagram, ARTROAD_Detroit. And our name was actually a 5th grader. I said, hey, we're going to be going to other schools. It's a long time ago. It's like, well, Miss Carol, it's art and other schools. You'll be on the road, Art Road. I said, okay.
I love it.
Yeah, absolutely. So thank you, Rocki, for supporting the arts, especially middle school, because as you guys know, it's easy to support a building, an institution. It's another for education. So you guys are supporting art education for Detroit students. You guys in the building today are making it happen. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Carol. Thank you. Okay, well, that's going to wrap up our panel. I want to thank all of the artists for coming again. We appreciate you. And thanks for everyone who's here and watching on Facebook and YouTube. All right, y'all take care. Thank you. Okay, so everyone, we are here till 10. So mingle, look at the art, get something to eat and drink. Y'all dance, DJ Ric Flair. Okay. All right. So thank you for everyone for coming and enjoy. We're here till 10.